Okay, so I'm making a clock in Desmos, an analog clock, and it's sorry, I was turning on my music there. Um, I've done this. I did this yesterday, and I wasn't fully happy with the results. And so it's 1 a.m. So naturally, I'd like to do it again. Fix my hair. Oh, moly. I'd rather just get a haircut. So first, we need to make the bezel of the clock, is what I believe it's called. Um, this is just like the outer rim of a clock. Uh, bezel is how you spell it, I believe. Okay, so then we need the second hand. So x equals y equals some value x. Okay, just got my antivirus thing pop up. Y equals mx. M needs to be okay. Hang on. Let me use my whiteboard momentarily. So, or you know what? No. Okay. So what? We have rise of a run, rise of one, and then we have some angle theta. And the slope is rise over run, which is also opposite over adjacent. So tan theta equals m. Okay, right? Yeah, tangent of theta. Yeah. Okay, cool. Sounds correct. So tangent of, oh, let's call it theta second. Um, equals m. So theta second, let's actually switch this to degrees. So 360. Let's see 45. Okay, that's correct. Perfect. Didn't anticipate this working. Okay, so we would like for you to start at 90 though, because we want midnight to be. So what we do when we're at 0, we add 90, and then we press play. Okay, you're backwards. So let's do this. Switch that around. Okay, that's the seconds. So now we need a way to make this to where it always displays. It always displays the whole way around and only on one side. Because we can't just do greater than 0, because then when it flips, it's gonna be just gonna restart. Kind of boring. So, ooh, actually, let's do 359 because we want 0 and 360 to be the same thing. Perfect. Okay. So let's see. Oh boy. So x should be less than 0. Okay, we're lagging out. What? Okay. X should be less than 0. X should be. What is happening? Oh. I see. That makes sense. So I've turned it into a constant. And I was like, that's all right. So x should be less than 0. Only, my God. X should be greater than 0, but only when the angle theta is from 0 to 180. So then we need a variable here. So x less than 180. oops, 190, x less than 180, it should give us 0. Okay, if my other monitor pulls something else up again, I'm gonna actually lose my crap. Like have a conniption for real style. And then if okay, tsec is less than 180, then give us 0. And then also if tsec is greater than 180, and you know what? If tsec is greater than or equal to 180, just so it's a continuous function, then give us like negative 10,000. That way, x is greater than uh, negative 10,000. I'm sorry, let me explain myself. I'm going to replace this variable with this so that if x is greater than 180, sorry, if tsec is greater than 180, then we set a number so low that x will always be greater than it. So it essentially ignores it. We can't make it undefined because then the whole thing just stops displaying. So we're making it so low that it just ignores this, and then it follows the other condition I will be applying. But I don't know why it's displaying 1 right now. Um, hmm. Um, this is very weird. I don't know what's happening right now. Tsec is 0. What is happening? There you go. Why are you just switching when it's on and not? Do you both need equal signs? I don't understand why it's doing this. Tsec is. Oh wait. Okay, well that's why. Um, Tsec. My God. Tsec is less than 1. Give us 1. Tsec is greater than 10. Then give us nothing. And then in between, I don't think it knows what to do. Am I crazy right now? Tsec is less than 180, give us 1. Tsec is greater than 180, give us negative 10. This is just so simple. I'm so confused why it's not. Um, Tsec. Let's just try that. Let's just do this. So, and then you undefined. Okay, so let's do 1, 0. Okay, cool. That makes it a little more complicated, but I think we can make this do. So let's change this back to sec though. And then, okay, let me look at. So x should be less than now do you ignore it? Okay, at least now it's okay. So this works the same way, I guess, actually. So let's see. Let's hope so once it passes 180, it should ignore our okay. So now you just have to work. Okay. So x is less than this, but this. Okay. Okay. I think it's that. That way, so well, since we're greater than, we need it to be a very big number now so that it ignores it instead of a very small number. That works perfectly. This is so perfect. Okay. Let's double loop this. Here you go. Okay. Perfect. So I think T was a bad idea given this is a clock and it's generally T's for time, but here it stands for theta, I guess. That's all right. We don't we don't care about convention here on the Ozymandias channel. Look upon my works, ye mighty, in despair. Am I right? Um, so let's get a actual concept of time in here. Uh, so every second we want theta 1 second to go to theta 1 second plus I don't know how many degrees a second hand will cover 360 degrees every minute. So then it covers 1 minute. There's 66. It doesn't feel right. 60 degrees per second. $6 degrees per second. You divide by 60. 6 degrees per second. Yes, that feels right. 6 degrees per second. So plus 6. So every second it will increase by 1 tick, tick, tick. I'm pleased with this. So last time I made this clock yesterday, I made the minute hand and the hour hand independent of the second hand, and it ended up making it to where like it would count the 60th second of a minute. Um, like as in it would go, it's 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 60 seconds instead of 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 0 seconds. And just a lot of weird stuff. So I think I'm gonna make it all based on the second this time. I'm kind of repping Coke right now, huh? It's not healthy. Tell you that much, it's not healthy. I just like vintage corporate logos. I find them ostentatious and overly decorative, uh, and yet simplistic at the same time. Okay, back to can my hair just stay still? Let me rotate this fan a little bit, but still get on me. How about how do I get this thing to rotate? There's a rotate. Oh wait, no, it's the button on the pen. Let's hold this thing. I got a nice fan on me in this new apartment. Okay, yeah, that works good enough. Let's also add some bounds to the second hand so that it looks like a second hand instead of just a line coming off of the graph. Something like so. Let's call this sec bound negative, and then let's call this sec bound positive, and then we will. Okay, the span's gonna drive me nuts, but I really like the wind, so it's like, you got to make your concessions here. So y should always be less than sec bound pos, but greater than sec bound negative. Let's see this thing run. Oh, it's so ideal. Okay. Perfect. We're gonna fix this not displaying it these 2 seconds, by the way, because that'll get on my nerves really fast. So what next? So we have it where it increases the correct interval. And then what do we need? What else do we want? What else do we want? Well, we want a minute hand. Yeah, we want a minute hand. That's what a clock looks like. So I know that it just sequentially gets smaller, which I always like to imagine is, don't know why. I like to imagine that it's like, okay, I do know why I like to imagine this. It's because it's probably what they designed it for. But the hour hand is shortest and like stockiest because it moves the slowest. And so like the second hand is like thin and nimble, so it moves the fastest. I don't know why I shared this with you all, but that's the way my mind works, my sick and twisted mind. And I'm gonna make this black because I want to differentiate between the boundaries because that will get very frustrating very fast. So okay, let's create a right here. Okay, we need a way to reset this too, by the way, because this is just gonna keep ticking off over 3. Hang on, let's see. Yep, I thought that'd be a problem. Okay, 359. So we need a T. Oh my God, T sec. Um, what multiple is it gonna get to? It's gonna get to 360 for sure, and then no, it's not gonna get to 360. It's gonna get to. We want it once it gets to 354. Then we want it to tick one more time and then reset. Okay, tsec equals 354. Let's call it 0. So I'm gonna call this the reset second value, RS. I think this is gonna create a one-off error though, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see that. Tick, 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 tick. Huh? Okay. So the issue is that you want the minute hand to move at a certain rate. And I was going to do that on its own, but I think what I'm going to do here is make it a fraction of the second. Now you're asking, Ozymandias, the second resets every minute. How is the minute going to keep track over an hour if every single time a minute passes, it goes back to where it was? Because the second hand is not going to keep track of this. I have an answer for you, the viewer. You. Second total. T. I'll just call this. Oops. I'll call this grand. grand time. Okay. So, oh, also I need a button for resetting all this, by the way, because all these variables are going to be reset to 0 at once, and it's going to get frustrating to sign them all back. So I'm going to create a variable square root of x minus 6 squared. Oops, I meant to do 1 minus x minus 6 squared. And you know what? I'm actually going to do 0.5 squared. And then we're going to do, and then y is, oops, y is less than that. And then, but actually, y is greater than negative square root 0.5 squared minus x minus 6. Okay, or mess that all up. 0.5 squared minus x minus 6 squared. Okay, and then we need to set on click. Yeah, clickable. So let's do t second goes to 0 and grand, oops, grand goes to 0. So this is the resetting button, and then we start it. Perfect. Okay. So for every single second, grand will go up 1. So this counts the total number of seconds that have passed over the entire run, which will be a very helpful thing to keep consistency across each hand or arm. Arm? No, it's hands. So we know how many seconds have passed. Let's actually go ahead and check this. It says 15 when it's at the quarter. Perfect. Okay. So we're at the correct angles right now. And then this will allow us to use fractions and stuff like that across minutes and hours, even though the second hand will be resetting. So it's all relative to the second, but not the second hand. Let me drink some Coca-Cola. I need to have a better sleep schedule, I think. It's not cool to not have a good sleep schedule. People think it's cool. It's not cool. It's harmful to you. But I can sleep in tomorrow anyhow, but still not good for you. And then 60, and then 61. Okay, perfect. We're good. Okay, cool. Let's reset this thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and folder reset. Actually reset button, because that's also a reset. That's what the R stands for. That's what resets the second hand. So how do we want to play this? Well, first of all, let's change this to minute stuff. Let me actually go ahead and get the bounds. I don't want to change that variable again, because then the underline wouldn't be cooperative. Okay. Coolio. And we're just going to get rid of these in a minute, but we're gonna for now keep them. So let's think what theta minute should be. So the angle of minutes. The angle of a minute should change 1/10 of a degree per second, because a second is a second is 6 degrees, so a minute goes 60 times slower, so it's 6/60, so 1/10 of a degree per second. It's starting to get a little odd. So It's 1:30 a.m. Um, what was I just thinking? So, state a minute should be grand, the amount of seconds passed, times 1/10, because it's 1/10 degree per second, right? No, am I crazy? Let's change this T-minute to, oh my God. Oh my, type. Okay. I'm a little hesitant. I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried. Let's run this thing. And you know what? Let's run like way faster than normal. Okay. So 15 minutes is 900 seconds. So when this reaches 900, it should be around 15 minutes. Oh, perfect. Okay. Now let's see if it actually works with this bounding thing. If this works, then we're literally in the ideal universe right now. I have dual monitors now. This way. And this is the monitor that I don't have one monitor, but now I have two. Oh, and the balance worked. Oh, cool, 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 cool. Okay, yeah. Let's see if it restarts it. Or though I don't think. Oh wait, no, it doesn't. I put it in. It's what when grand. Oh, this is gonna be kind of annoying actually. Yeah. Oh wait, we could do mod 360 comma this. Let's actually. Okay, what's happening? Let's reset everything. Whoa. Comma 360. Because it should just be the okay. Because it should just be the leftover. So this way, 360 it should just leave the remainder, thereby resetting it, which is what I want. I'm kind of worried. What did you do in your free time in college? You know, made math videos on YouTube. Hmm. So you're really smart and clever. You would think, but I actually know that. Okay. Let's turn this back to a um. Yeah, this is gonna take forever actually. Let's do this until it gets like. I'm so scared. So we should be at like 60 minutes right now. So like mod, or no, it should be, oops, grand over 60 floor, 60 minutes, and then we should hit 1 minute. Let's do this a little faster, guys. Come on, wrap it up. One, two. It's all working out so much better than doing this all relative to one grand passing of time is so much more efficient than having like 30 billion freaking things. Just hit 75 as soon as I want you to. Oh my god. Peak. It's peak. Let's make a display in the bottom. 0, comma, -6. This is gonna look like I'm like I'm thinking so far ahead, but I'm actually just like recycling an idea that I already had last time I did this. It took me like 3 hours to do this last time because I didn't think so much. So for the hour, so let's do grand over 360, I believe. Whoa, 3600. And then we also need to mod this and 60. This is so peak. I mean, it's my U in 12, but I might forget to make you cycle over to 12. Let's say M relative, like is in this one, the one that it's not total minutes. And this is hours relative. And then seconds relative is just T seconds divided by 6. Yeah. Yeah. Folder digital display. So simple, so simple. Oh, it's trivial, as the mathematicians say. It's not. I don't know what I'm doing. I like to pretend that I do, though. So how to display? It's hours for, yeah. Holy. So H relative. Oops. Where's the negative? Oh, from the, okay, I see. So 1 hour. I was gonna do like the French display where they have it like hour H, minute M, but I'm gonna get confused. Mostly because I'm not French. And also because I'm a little stupid. Okay, and rest my case. Oh my god. And can I put this? Yeah, I said, can I put this? Like, I'm gonna ask someone for permission. Yeah, can I put this a little above where I want to put it? Oh, thanks. Gee whiz. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna put 6 then because it doesn't really, now the number doesn't really block it. Okay. So every 1,000 milliseconds now. Guys, this is so big. I'm actually so giddy about this right now. I know it doesn't look like it, but it's 1:40 in the morning, so that's probably why. But I'm literally ecstatic. Let's hope this minute crossover goes well. Oh my god. And I think it'll be a very easy fix to fix the arms uh, at the 60-second mark and the 30-second mark, or the 0 second, 60-second mark. It's just a matter of making a variable that turns on and off, and then a line of that length there, and just turn it on and off. But depending on when I finish this, I might not do it. unless you unless you begin for a refurbishment video where I fix everything up. Okay. That's so big. So uh okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I can't even. Let's so peak. So then let's just make this bezel bound already. Because I know I'm gonna have to. Red, red. See, did you like the make you orange on the outside? No, purple, because that matches the theme better. I'm going for a theme. I'm kind of an I don't even know why I copied it over because I know that it's not gonna wait, maybe if I do this, man. Um that works. For a second, my dumb idiot brain said, okay, again, it said, you know what our must start with? HUR. Genius. My gosh. My mind is incomprehensible. And then I'll go ahead and ooh, nope, 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 nope. Go ahead and copy over. Oh, really hope my Spotify doesn't come through on this video. Because then this whole thing is unusable and I've actually put over half an hour of work into this already. Which I can now keep track of on my handy dandy clock. T ow. T how. T howdy. Okay. So if the minute is 1/10 of the seconds, then the hour moves 1/60 at the speed of a minute. Because, wait, does it? Every time a minute makes a full rotation, a minute makes 12 before a clock makes one. So it's actually 1/12 the speed. So it's 1/120th of a degree. That's something. On my 360. Tis all. Tis everything. Tis all needs to be right. Think. So much simpler this time. I'm so happy about this. Okay. And I didn't need to add this dumb feature in. In fact, I could also fix up this, but I'm not even gonna touch. I'm not even gonna mess with it. It's not like it makes that much of an issue. Oh. So peak. Let's run this thing max speed. I don't want to like I don't want to artificially move it up because I want it to start from 000 because that's I remember last time my first iteration of this, if I moved it up, it would kind of mess it up. But in a moment, I will move it up to check that that issue is no longer there. Now that I have everything on the grand central time, but I'm noticing it's moving so slow now, even though I have put 0 milliseconds, probably because it's calculating so much every time. So it must think. It has to think about it. Should I wear my hair like this? This be good to cut? Put some gel in it? Maybe I could wear a hat and have it stick on the top, like a what do you call what was that thing? Not the troll dolls, but the babies. Those like I'd be like Pinky or whatever with the baby son. There was the baby son. Teletubbies. I could be like Pinky or Dinky or whatever. So far, so good. I would like for these two to be black and the second to be red because I'm pretty sure that's how it is on a real clock. And that just pleases me. And I'm for some reason not breaking my rule about the bounds not or the bounds not being the same color as the hands because I don't think I'll get confused on the shortest bound with the tallest hand. And also because I'm a hypocrite and I break whatever rules I want. You wanna make your own freaking Desmos clock? I mean, you can copy out this math. I don't care. Take it. I mean, you don't even really have to credit me. Well, don't make your own video about it. You know what? Credit me. Never mind. Just credit me. I just decided I had to wait till the 3 hour mark so I can confirm that this thing is working. I want the hour hand to hit exactly on 3, and I also want to watch the conversion over the minute at 3, and also the hour, and I just want to watch it all happen. Ideally, it says 300 as soon as it hits, and then it's all, oh, that'll be so pretty. It'll be so nice. My goodness. Who else is excited? It's gonna be like, it's gonna be like Y2K. Everything's gonna break. Except it didn't really. I don't know if nothing broke. I think I've heard. I'm not even sure this is true. I'm just spitting misinformation at this point, maybe. Um, that Y2K like was going to happen, and so in some degree, maybe not to the degree that everyone thought it would, but it's like it only didn't because I know that engineers worked on it, like computer engineers worked on it to prevent it from happening. That's what happened in Office Space, the movie. Engineers were working on it, and then like software engineers to make sure it didn't happen, and the conversion went smoothly, and nothing ended up happening. So like I'm imagining that there was going to be something, but maybe not like world ending, but like a tech issue. Okay. What I don't like about this is that it's actually going to get more inefficient as time goes on because of this grand thing counting up. And what there's 86,400 seconds in a day, so that'll be kind of annoying. But yes, yes. Okay, so let's start organizing. Boulder, arms, display. Gosh, clocks are so easy. Boulder, oh my god. Boulder, thetas, and grand. Okay, can't click a button, I guess. Got it. Near the second reset thing. I'll just do this. Cleaning up house. And then okay, what do we want to do? We want um x equals let's call this the I'm fixing the thing where at 0 and 30 it deletes them because it's on function because of the vertical line test or whatever. Let's call this the contingency. Help me write. What the frick am I, an idiot? Okay. Contingency arm. I spelled contingency wrong, and the AI is like, just stop trying, let me do it. Such an idiot. That's probably what it was doing. Okay. So x equals or sorry, yeah, x equals 0, 0 less than 4, and then we're going to multiply this by something, a operative, a boolean or whatever you call it. I don't know, I don't program very often. And we're gonna say if okay, 0 probably should include x in there or y in there so that it actually makes sense. But it should be if t sec equal if mod t sec 360, because I want to include 360 and 0, just I forget which one it was, so and I'm too lazy to check, equals 0, then 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 display. And if not, what does mod tsec equal right now? Okay, not 0. Oops. Okay, perfect. Let's watch this thing run. Let's do a little faster though. Don't got all day. I mean, I do. I'll do it tomorrow. Okay, I missed that one. Let's get this one. Peak, 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 peak. Okay, and then this one's gonna be a -4, 0. We're gonna make it the same color as the second hand. So what's happening here is that this thing disappears because it's y equals, and y can't equal several x's at the same time because functions are one-to-one things. You can look that up. There's a term for it, exclusivity, something like that. But it just means that a function can't cross over itself until they function like the same function. You can join functions and stuff like that, but like a singular function cannot like have two outputs for one input, which a vertical line would. Like if I put it 0, it would have an output of 1, 2, 3, 4, whatnot. So what I'm doing here is I'm actually making x equals and then bounding it by y, and it'll look like it's the same thing, but it's not. So pretty cool, huh? So this is just going to be tsec equals 30, or what, 180, so like 90. Let's see. That was not ideal. Oops, I meant to do. By the way, I checked the wrong thing last time. I'm just now realizing, but seemed to have worked out. 180. I'm kind of an idiot. High key. It's not even a low key idiocy. It's a like it's a real bona fide idiocy. Okay, there we go. That looks good. I'm very pleased with this. I'm really pleased. I'm chuffed to bits, as we would say in England. Me, someone who's literally never been to England. Um, x equals 0, and then we want it to be from 0, y. Wish I were better at explaining things that I'm thinking. So t minutes, or no, let's do the same thing actually, because I again forget if it's 360 or 0 that I set midnight as. But we're gonna make this minutes 360. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure. I'm worried this isn't gonna work, but it seems to be working right now, and I'll have to check it with actual like an actual clock in a second. I'm worried there's gonna be an off one error that I'm detecting right now. Like I'm counting the fence posts, not the fences. When has there ever been an off one error that caused any issues in society? Never. Okay, boys, sure is taking. Let's actually just do this. There it is. Look. Oh my gosh, so perfect. And then we'll also do some t minute equals 180. You know, a guy can't ask for more than a properly working clock. He probably could, but he'd be less likely to get it. And then bang. Instead of testing them all individually, I just want to kind of hammer it out because I feel like I've kind of got down the pattern. Um, so let's just, yeah. Come on. Let's see this thing work. Now the hour hand is gonna take forever to like actually get tested out. So I won't be doing that in this video, and I'll just assume that I'm correct. It's a good assumption. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's see if this works. Okay. I'm hoping this lag isn't so bad that it'll lag for more than 1 second. That way it's still accurate time-wise. Okay. Problem. Um oh, there we go. And -2 and 0 probably because okay, so I shouldn't just assume I'm correct. Who would have thunk it? Okay, cool. Arm's still moving. Let's at least test out the hour thing, and then if the minute and the hour both work, and I've made the same alterations to the minute as I have the hour, which I have thus far, which was that negative side change with the 180 because it's at the bottom, so it needs to be 0 to negative instead of 0 to positive to make the fake one. Then everything should be fine. I explained it so poorly. That looks so good. Did you see how seamless that was? Of course you did. You were watching probably fervently. Okay, now we need to add numbers probably. So X number, Y number, and then let's make you okay. Let's actually just take the cosine of angles and then the sine. So it's not going to be the x. Actually, the x is going to be the cosine of x. Man, confusing, but I'm not going to switch the notation because then I have to type more. And talking and explaining that laziness is actually easier to me than just changing it and not being lazy. So 0, 360 over 12 is like 30. Yeah, why did I even type that in? I knew it was 30. So 30, 0, comma 30. Label. Oh, we need to probably multiply the radius. Or no, L. So L equals 1, 2. Okay, I can work with that. So it should be 3, 2, 1, 12, 11, 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Easy. 60. What's Oh, well, let's actually just change this to the same thing because they're going to be the same list anyhow. 90, 120, holy, 180, 210, 240, 270, 300, 333. Is that it? So perfect. And actually, let's go ahead and take this radius. Let's actually make the numbers bigger first. So, like, ooh, 2.1, 2. Final touches. 4.5. Hey, that's cool. It shrunk it in on the X, not the Y. See? That's cool. I love trig. That looks so nice. We need to add the little notches, don't we? We need to add little notches. So Y equals, I'm going to call this ML just because I'm a sicko. Tangent of all of these m's, I think it should be 0, comma 1, comma 2, comma dot 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 359. 36. Oh, because like, oh, so okay, so 359. And then square root. No, I'm wrong. Wait, hang on. No, it shouldn't be this. Um, there's only 60. So it should be 0, comma 6, comma 12, comma dot 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 360. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So then we need y equals square root. Well, let's do the um oh 5.1 squared minus x or whatever squared. Or no, it should be, sorry, 4.5. No, that's too thick. 4.78, 75. Why am I deciding on the length of a freaking tick mark on a fake clock at 2 a.m.? What led me to this path in a knife? So why should be less than we're gonna split this in half, aren't we? Okay. Such an easy thing. I keep trying to be lazy and just get out of it quickly. Let's just do 180 first then. Okay, cool. Yeah, actually, 180 seems to be more efficient then. Um, I won't bother to learn why at the moment, but that's interesting. So y should always be greater than. Should it not always be greater than this, but negative? No, it should be greater than 5. And then less than this, but negative. Oops. Yeah. Okay, there we go. And then we need this. And then 5. And then there. And then 4.3. And then there. I can't say I'm pleased with it actually. Looks honestly like an amateur hour type deal. X equals 0. -6 less than y negative 5.83. Probably negative also. Oh wait, it's -5 and 4. There we go. This will look kind of ugly, but it's getting kind of late and I want to go read before I go to bed. So let's this to y, and we need to set that equal to negative this. Okay, then x. And then I'll go ahead and so it should be 4.83 normal. And then oh my gosh, think. No, you're already good. And I'm a fool for thinking otherwise. Sorry for doubting you, sir. You can come right in. VIP. 1 to 3. Okay. Folder. Let me cover the bottom of the screen and see if I can read the numbers accurately. Okay. We're at 1 hour, 14 minutes, and 44 seconds. Oh my god. 49 seconds. Like, that's embarrassing. Let's set this to 1,000, and I will pull out my phone and get a timer out. As soon as it hits 60. Okay. And now we wait 1 minute and see if this timer is accurate. Because or let's wait. Let's wait a full minute and just see like if it drifts. Because lag. So far, lines up almost perfectly. I'm so happy with this. It's like leagues better than the initial stupid idiot design. I made it kind of just something to do, and this is also something to do. But I think that I cared less when I was making it like as a prototype because nobody was watching me, but now I'm being recorded, so you know, gotta kind of lock in. This also looks better. I've done a lot of quality of life stuff. Not only is it more accurate, 60, perfect. Oh my god, this is so good. Okay. And then so grand should go to 0 if it equals what 86,400, but that's if it's 24 hours. So 42,200. So grand equals or sorry. So then you need to be like this. Wait, okay. When we hit this, it does it the time afterwards. So when we hit 199, oh, that's gonna be a while, isn't it? Let's just do it for 4,654, and we'll see if it runs it at that number or on like the number after. Okay, dink, dink. The number after. Okay, so to keep it accurate, we need to 43,199. And we need to do this. So it multiplies the whole thing. Because what just did there was set it to 1 because I only multiplied by grand. So it turned into 0 once grand was equal to whatever number I told it to do. And then it set grand equal to 1 instead of grand plus 1. But we want it to be 0 total. So it's just reset. Okay. I think I'm done. Only an hour and 7 minutes this time. I should probably change that. Yep, I'm pleased. I'll just tuck you in there. I'll make a note to myself. Okay, if I get recommended that AI thing one more time for writing, I'm gonna have a conniption. I know how to type. Okay. Well, and you know what? Let's see if this drifts like the last one, because I was kind of afraid to do it the last one. 43,200 seconds. No, 43,200. 43,000. Okay, you keep counting up. That's not cool. 43,200 seconds. Let's see you reset. I didn't mean for that. Let's actually get you really close. Okay. Um, please, please, please don't do this to me. Please reset. It would literally crush my heart. Oh wait, we're at the wrong minute. Holy freaking idiots. Oh, oh. It reset. I don't know if it did it at the correct time, but my math is correct. It did. Which my math has been wrong today, as we've seen. But gosh, I'm just so pleased with this. I literally can't express my joy. Okay. You know, I'm going to express it. A good night's rest. So at 2:15 a.m., I'm signing off.